This Grade 2 listed structure behind me holds the unique claim to fame of being the last remaining thatched windmill in England. So where is it? Find out in just a moment. My house hunt today has exacting requirements from an aviation enthusiast. Now, it's a big room. Will you fill it?
I think we can fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could build the wings in here quite nicely.
Bruce! Yeah. But can we find what they're both looking for, or will it be his flight of fancy?
It's amazing. Bruce was building his plane in here, that's the problem.
Yeah. I could do that.
This morning, could you?
I could do that, yeah.
Today we're in Somerset at Stembridge Tower Mill, which dates back nearly 200 years and was operational right up until 1910. Recently, thanks to a £100,000 community grant, it's been completely restored to its former glory. And as you're about to see, this is one of just many highlights this beautiful county has to offer. The county of Somerset is found in the southwest of England, with the Severn Estuary and Bristol Channel off its northern coast. Rolling landscapes include the Quantock Hills, England's first protected area of outstanding natural beauty. These reach the coast at Kill. Described as a delightful shore by romantic poet William Wordsworth, today this beautiful seascape is a designated site of special scientific interest, with cliffs rich in oil-bearing shale and fossils. Cheddar Gorge was formed by meltwater floods over the past 1 million years. Many of the caves here are scheduled ancient monuments and lay claim to being a historic site for maturing cheese. The Somerset Levels are a low-lying wetland area covering 160,000 acres. It's a largely agricultural region where willow and teasel are grown commercially and peat continues to be extracted. As well as its contrasting natural landscapes, it's a county of historic settlements. Dunster Castle was built shortly after the Norman conquest, when one of William's tenants-in-chief formed a feudal barony here. By the 13th century, Dunster was a thriving centre for wool and cloth production, and 400 years later, a dedicated building for the yarn market was built. So, with a strong cultural heritage, coast and countryside to enjoy, Somerset is an enticing place to beat a retreat to. Property prices in Somerset are holding fairly steady, which seems to be the case across the southwest, with rises around 6% over the past year. The average cost of a detached house in the county comes in at just shy of £319,000, which is around £13,000 less than the national average. So, with value for money, quality of life and good transport links between Bristol and London, it's no surprise that it's attracted today's buyers. After meeting 5 years ago, today's buyers, Bruce and Kerry, from near Canterbury in Kent, got married last year.
As soon as I saw Bruce, there was just something there that I can't quite describe. Well, it's still there now, actually. We like doing the same things. We tend to have the same attitudes about things. We don't really argue at all. It's very, very strange, but very lovely.
There's one thing they certainly agree on, and that's the need to move from their current home.
Where we live near Canterbury is probably mostly commuter belt, and it really is living on the edge of a rather big city, which isn't really countryside for us.
It's time really for us to get on with our own lives now, as all our children will be independent and doing what they want to do. We're looking for a real village feeling, becoming involved in the community, an area which we feel is properly living in the countryside.
Kerry is a former teacher and Bruce is a corporate medical director. They both feel that finding a new home in a more rural part of the country is part of their wider plan for retirement.
We love the countryside in the West Country. We love Devon, we love Cornwall, but it's just really too far away for our children. So we're looking for the compromise so we can live really in the country in the kind of environment we like, but not isolate ourselves from the people we want to see. So really, Somerset ticks all the boxes for that.
The hope is their choice of county will allow the budget to fulfil some rather high-flying requirements.
Most of my hobbies relate to aviation. I have a home-built helicopter. I'm currently building another aeroplane, and we have a damaged vintage aircraft which I'd like to restore. One of my main aims in a new property is to be able to keep my helicopter at home and, well, ideally have an airstrip for the fixed-wing aircraft.
But it's not all about helipads and aircraft hangars. At the heart of the move is a new life with each other.
The house we're looking for now will be our first house together, and we want it to be our forever house together.
It's going to be totally unique, really. It's going to be fantastic.
I think we'll just be walking our dogs, taking in the scenery, and just thinking how lucky we are, really.
Kerry and Bruce are open to living anywhere in Somerset with good transport links to London. But before I start showing them houses, we're meeting in their chosen county to hear more about what they expect from the move. So, Bruce and Kerry, welcome to Somerset.
Thank you.
Now, it's a beautiful part of the world. Why have you chosen this county?
Well, we want to retire to somewhere where we feel we can be on holiday every day, basically.
Have you retired yet? Or this is a long-term plan for retirement? Who's working, who isn't?
I'm retired and I am working on Bruce.
Congratulations.
I'm trying to scale down, but I'm still working.
All right, so what do you need to be close to? Transport hubs of train stations, motorways, airports?
Internet.
Internet? Oh, well, fantastic. OK. So what exactly are you looking for in a house?
We have 2 cats and 2 dogs, so we can't live on a main road or where the traffic is busy.
OK.
But at the same time, we don't want to be isolated because we want to really engage in village life.
What about the specifics, Bruce? You've got specifics in mind, haven't you?
I have specifics. I need a home for my helicopter and I need a workshop to build my aeroplane in.
These are not words I normally hear.
It's a home-built 2-seater helicopter, so really an enlarged garage would work. It's obviously something, you know, if we don't find a ready-made solution, if the footprint is there, if there's something I can work on to reconfigure it to work as a heli house, that'll work fine.
What about the style of house itself?
In style, we don't mind, as long as it's nice and bright and light. But we'd like an annex.
Right.
Or a house that we could split. And then, looking forward, we thought if we had an annex, we could have a carer live there and we can stay in our own home for longer.
Now, what about around the property? I suppose you need quite a bit of land, do you, for these aircraft?
You need open approaches, probably even, you know, half an acre is enough.
As little as that? OK.
That's enough to land a helicopter on. And the important thing from that perspective is being able to make friends with the guys in the village so they don't see the helicopter as a nuisance and a threat.
OK. Let's talk budget. How much are you looking to spend on this new house?
We're thinking somewhere in the region of about £900,000. If we found totally the place of our dreams, possibly a little bit more. But if you can find it for a lot less, that'd be brilliant.
And are you prepared to maybe make some compromises or put in place things that aren't there, such as these buildings, or make amendments?
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Good.
Yes.
All right, let's get started.
Can't
Come
wait.
with me.
Great, thanks.
So, for a budget of £900,000 plus some wriggle room, Bruce and Kerry would like a main home for themselves with an annex for guests. Bruce needs a home office and a workshop for his aviation projects, plus enough outside space to land a helicopter. It should be in a quiet location away from a main road, but close to village life. And they're happy to take on a project. We've got 3 very different options to show them, each with their requirements in mind. After every house tour, I'll be seeing how close they can get to guessing the asking price. Our final property is the mystery offering, designed to test their expectations. It's funny, when you first met, did you know he was this into flying, Kerry?
No.
When did he break the news that you were going to soon be airborne?
I can't remember exactly.
Come and have a look at my garage. You were thinking, great, 2-seater sports. Oh my goodness, it's got rotor blades. I'm not going up in that. Our Somerset search is starting out in Kingswood, a hamlet just a mile from the village of Stagumber. The station here is an immediate stop on the West Somerset Railway, now operated as a steam heritage line. Other facilities include a shop and post office, as well as a pub, whilst the parish church of St Mary's dates from the 13th century and is a Grade 1 listed building. Just a mile away, in countryside overlooking the Quantock Hills, we find our first property. Right then, property number 1, guys.
Yes.
Is all of this.
Wow.
Wow. There's a lot there.
There's a nice looking house.
Looks good, yeah?
Yeah?
There's no big project for you here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you really don't like it. And I suggest we just look at another house then.
Okay.
Should we look inside?
Please.
Yes, please.
Come with me. Built from local sandstone, the property is thought to have started life as a mill, with parts dating to the 17th century. Offering a somewhat sprawling, unconventional layout, the front door leads to a flight of stairs and a corridor, where we start our tour in an impressively proportioned reception room.
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
It's lovely.
It's very nice.
Wow, look how thick the walls are.
Yes. I like the timbers. So
yeah.
it's a natural oak colour I like very much.
Yeah. Now, it's a big room. Will you fill it?
I think we can fill it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could build the wings in here quite nicely.
Yeah.
I like windows on all sides.
Yeah, lots of
Beautiful.
light.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Now, you might have noticed there was some ground floor accommodation. Now, we're stood on top of what could be a completely self-contained annex with kitchen, living room, bedroom and shower room all on one level.
Yeah,
Fantastic,
brilliant.
yes.
But I'll let you loose on all of this later on.
Okay.
Let me
Brilliant.
squeeze past you here. Thank you very much. So, plenty of space, it seems, for hosting guests or even assembling an aircraft. Back along the corridor, we find a cloakroom, along with a study, and then a characterful country kitchen which flows through to a dining room.
This is an impressive room too.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really nice that you can be cooking and having the dining table where you can all talk with each other. Yeah, I like this. Beautiful.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good.
It's
news,
good,
isn't it?
Brilliant,
Yeah.
yes.
There's so much to see. I'm going to whip you around this place. Come with me.
Let's go.
The corridor leads to a utility room which provides direct access to the garden. Whilst opposite the dining room, an additional wing houses a cosier feeling reception room, plus the first of the main home's 4 double bedrooms with ensuite facilities. The rest of the sleeping accommodation is found on the floor above. Here, a family bathroom sits between 2 guest doubles, one of which has a bay window aspect over the garden. And that leaves the largest bedroom, a spacious ensuite, which could be Bruce and Kerry's. Now, master bedroom, good size, yeah?
Yes, good size.
Now, would you use this room as your master? Because I think it's still got some decent views, isn't it?
Yes, it's nice to have a window on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of light.
Lots of light. We take to a nap in the afternoon.
Naps? You haven't got time for naps, you're building aeroplanes. But where would you be building those aeroplanes? I think there's some really good options for you outside, so let me go and show you.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Kerry and Bruce seem really taken with this 17th century sandstone home on the inside. But they've said land is important. The space outside is perhaps more than they'd bargained for, with a substantial 16-acre plot, including paddocks, a chicken run, vegetable and fruit growing, as well as ornamental gardens with 2 ponds and an area of outdoor seating next to the house. There's a large outbuilding currently used for stabling, but I'm thinking it has aircraft hangar and workshop potential. Now, also, you want somewhere to land the helicopter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would take too much to probably get a digger up here and terrace it a bit better than that.
Yeah.
I think it's lovely. It's much bigger than I was expecting in terms of building and certainly in terms of land, but it's very beautiful. Setting's lovely.
We weren't looking for that much land, but certainly if there are options to rent it out or lease it out or whatever, then that's a possibility. I don't think we should have closed minds to that.
No. Well, there's a lot to think about,
Yeah.
but try, if you can, to guess the price.
Well, I think it will be all the budget and maybe a little bit more, so I'm going to start at £920,000.
OK.
I would add 25 to that.
The asking price is £895,000.
Wow.
Gosh.
Okay.
So I would say go and have a look around this place on your own, and I'll catch you whenever you're done.
That's brilliant.
See you in a
Thank you
bit.
so much.
Off you go.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Priced within their budget of £900,000, this former 17th century sandstone mill provides 4 double bedrooms in the main part of the house and an additional 1-bedroom annex. There's a sizable outbuilding and it's all set in 16 acres with countryside views and a village community within walking distance.
So this is a massive structure.
It is, yeah.
And the walls can just be insulated. That's all one really needs to make it good for storage of the aircraft. I thought the house was great. It had all the elements we're looking for. The annex is perfect.
I liked the soft stone. I thought it sat really nicely into the landscape. And I like the way that the garden is semi-wild, semi-tamed. It's not too manicured.
The land is a lot more than we anticipated. We need to look at how we're going to manage that. Landing zone for helicopter, not ideal, but those things we can work around. So overall, yeah, a great first property.
Don't tell me you walked all that land in that time. There's a lot of it.
There is a lot of it, yes.
Well, that's all we're going to do today. There's been so much to look around.
There has, yes.
Why don't you sleep on it? Lots to discuss tonight, yeah?
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The choice of Somerset could not be better for keen pilots Bruce, as the county has strong links to Britain's aviation industry and now boasts the world's largest dedicated helicopter museum. Located on the former site of Westland Aircraft Limited in Weston-super-Mare, helicopters were manufactured here for decades. We're sending our house hunters to meet the museum's founder, Elfan Abriz, to find out about the 100-strong collection, which includes rare examples from Russia, America, France and Germany, as well as the UK.
Why is this collection here in Somerset?
Well, of course, Somerset is where the major helicopter industry is, and they used to have a factory here at Weston-super-Mare. The first helicopter that we had, or I had, was from that factory. So there was that combination of there was a factory here, there were people here who were interested in helicopters, and this land that used to belong to the company, and we managed to persuade them to let us have it for a peppercorn.
With 100 to choose from, have you got your favourites? Have you got any real highlights of your collection?
Well, clearly the Queen's flight helicopter is very important. The Hind Attack helicopter, which the boys like, but probably most of all, the world's fastest helicopter, which we have here, which is the Westland Lynx.
This Somerset-built Westland Lynx set the helicopter airspeed record at 249 miles per hour during an attempt conducted over the Somerset levels in 1986. It's an achievement that still stands today.
So what is it about this helicopter that makes it go so fast?
Well, pure helicopters, all the power has to go through the rotor blades, and the problem then is that they start reaching supersonic speed, and then you lose control. This helicopter has special blades developed, which allowed it to go faster, and that's why it's never been beaten.
Would you say that that's one of the landmarks in aeronautical engineering in the British aerospace industry?
Absolutely. You know, you can't do better than have a world beater, and it holds an engineering heritage award as well. So it's up with Concorde and the Mallard railway locomotive.
Oh, gosh.
You know, other icons of British engineering history.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing.
The museum relies heavily on a team of over 80 dedicated volunteers, many of whom are retired airmen, just like Dick Cavell, who for the last 8 years has helped restore the collection.
Some of the aircraft here are certainly one-offs. That must really be something special to be able to work on these aircraft.
Well, it's a privilege in a way, because I find that when I first came here that I'd probably flown and worked on some of the what are now museum exhibits. And one of them in particular, the Wessex, which I remember being pulled out of the Persian Gulf in by a Wessex rescue helicopter. It was only an exercise, by the way. And I come in here and there they are as museum exhibits now.
Dick is currently restoring a Fairy ultralight, one of only 2 in existence. The other is in a museum in the Midlands, and it's photos of this that's helping the team know what to aim for.
As you can see, we've got lots of photographs here. So Basically, we're reverse engineering what we see, but we're not reversing it physically, we're doing it from photographs.
Brilliant.
At the moment, we're working on the seat belts. This, we found, is one of the original buckles, so that we can be as original as we can be when we build it back into the aircraft.
The restoration of this 1950s prototype started here in 2011. But with lots more work to be done, additions to the team are always welcome.
Well, thank you so much for making us welcome here today. It's been absolutely fascinating.
It's been amazing.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it, and once you've moved down here, we're always looking for volunteers.
I'm going to get my hands dirty.
Thank you so much.
Well, Bruce's flying hobby could certainly take off here. But let's see if we can get their move off the ground as the search for their country home continues tomorrow. I'm in Somerset, helping Kerry and Bruce from near Canterbury, Kent, make their first joint house purchase with a budget of £900,000. There are 2 more options to see, including our mystery house, which could have their search reaching new heights.
It is amazing. Totally amazing, yes.
This is just wow.
Plus, I'm getting an Olympic masterclass in a popular country pursuit. Oh. Trying the life out of me. That is so quick. I think Kerry and Bruce were really impressed by house number 1 yesterday. But if anything, they may have been a bit daunted by the sheer size and shape of the land on offer. So for today's 2 properties, we'll show them houses with maybe more practical land. Our second house lies in the rural outskirts of Nether Stowey. This large village offers several shops and services, and also boasts the former residence of a leading light of romantic poetry, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Other well-known names include 19th century clockmaker James Coles. An example of his work still strikes the time every 10 minutes. A couple of miles from here, in the surroundings of the Quantock Hills, it's time to view our next property. Right then, house number 2. She's long, isn't she?
Yeah. Very long.
But look behind you here.
Yes, absolutely beautiful scenery.
Yeah. All of this makes it very easy to bring a helicopter in here.
Good. Let's go inside, come with me.
Okay.
The rendered half of this home dates back to 1635 and started life as a classic longhouse. An extension built from Quantock stone was added in the last decade, forming 2 distinctly different sections. We're kicking off in the older part, where period rustic character hits us with full force. A very traditional old farmhouse kitchen.
Yes.
That it is.
Very beautiful.
You live in an executive home at the moment, don't you? This is a long way away from that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably about 400 years away from it. Could you get used to it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I quite like it, strangely enough.
Yeah. It's obviously taking a bit of getting used to, isn't it, this house? But the history does continue, and I think it's something to be enjoyed. Come with me through this beautiful old doorway. A tentative response to the period style of the 4 centuries old part of the home, which continues into a formal dining room. The character just hits you everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah. Loads of character, and I like the aeroplane.
It's not really what I was expecting. So I'm just trying to adjust. It is very, very characterful.
OK.
It would take a bit of a change of mindset, I think.
Well, you know, I can see you thinking, wow, wasn't expecting this. OK, can we make this work?
Yeah.
I think you could.
Yeah.
Let's keep looking. Come with me. Now, I, for one, loved this room.
Yes, I really like a square room.
Do you think that fireplace would be impressive enough?
It is very impressive. I like it, yes.
It also looks like a lot of work, though.
Houses like this, they do require a lot of work. You're used to living in a contemporary house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very easy to keep
couple of hours cleaning, bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I lived in a Tudor house once before.
Oh, did you?
And
OK.
with beams and things. And I don't know where the dust came from.
Oh, right, yeah. Do you want to go back into such a period property?
I'm not sure. I like this room very much.
Yeah.
OK.
This room.
You do?
Yeah, I do, yes.
I get a sense that the character charm of this former longhouse might be a bit too much for them. Completing the ground floor of this older half is the first of this home's 7 bedrooms, currently used as a snug. Stairs from the dining room take us up to the rest of the sleeping accommodation in this half, all served by a family bathroom. Next to this is a good-sized double, an additional guest double with feature beam, and at the far end, there's the room that could be Bruce and Kerry's master. Mind your heads.
Okay.
Right above the living room, so pretty much the same proportions, and a similar fireplace.
Yeah, it's beautiful plasterwork again.
You can see the craftsmanship and you can see the beams and you can see the detail, and it's lovely. It's not what we had in mind at all.
No.
It is a little bit, I guess, period doesn't really do much for us.
Maybe this should be the annex. I can't believe I'm saying this. And you should be looking at the modern part. Let's go take a look. Come on.
Let's have a look.
Mind your head. Well, this historic part of the home is clearly not winning them over. So let's see if that modern extension can convince them of its potential. On the upper floor of the extension are 3 further bedrooms, a single with skylight window, and 2 further rooms currently set up with bunk beds, all served by another family bathroom. On the ground floor, there is a reception hall, opening into a conservatory, plus a utility and kitchenette. There's also a very large modern reception room with not a beam in sight.
Windows on both sides, loads of light.
Yeah, lovely. So it really is 2 houses, 2 quite decent-sized houses.
If you want it to be, maybe this could actually be where you live full-time.
You've got such a contrast between the 2 halves of the house.
Chalk and cheese. Yeah.
I think we could make it work for us, but I think it would probably cost too much.
Start thinking about price as we go outside, OK?
OK.
Come with me. It's been a tour of 2 halves, but we've ended on a positive with those modern interiors. So let's see if what lies outside can build on that. There's an attached garage and additional parking, plus a 1-acre garden with areas of seating. But the majority of the land is made up of 9 acres of level fields, which certainly provides the space for landing a helicopter. All in all, 10 acres.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a lot of land.
It is a lot of land. Flat land this time, look.
Yes.
And this is all agricultural.
All agricultural land, yeah.
Okay.
So, how much do you think this house is on the market for?
I would probably put it at about, well below our budget, but I'd say about 750.
Oh, no. I would think it's nearer 850.
Good guess. Kerry. This house is on the market for offers around £825,000.
Right.
The land is a lot of that price.
Yeah.
The owners appreciate that not everybody wants land, so they would take off 9 acres and offer it for £725,000. I've enjoyed showing you this house, and I think I've learned a lot, as you have,
Yeah, yes, definitely.
on what you're looking for. Go back into the house, have a good look around, and I'll catch you later on. All right?
Brilliant.
See you in a moment.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Below budget, this extended 17th century former Somerset longhouse provides 2 homes in one, packing in period features in the older half, including the farmhouse kitchen. There's a total of 7 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, as well as the option of 10 acres of land or a reduced asking price for a 1-acre plot. And it's all in the beautiful surroundings of the Quantock Hills.
Well, I thought the setting was absolutely beautiful with the hills behind all the way around.
It had some features which were fantastic. They were lovely. I liked upstairs in the old section and downstairs in the new section. So diagonally, the house works for me.
Other people looking at those wonderful old features, particularly the plasterwork around the fireplace, we think we're crazy not to like it ourselves.
So that's it.
Yes?
It, yeah.
The big character features didn't work for you.
Sadly, no.
Sadly, no.
Where do I go from here? There's only one place we can go, that's the mystery house. Come on.
OK, let's go.
Our mystery offering is in the hamlet of East Lidford. Lying along the ancient Roman road of the Fosse Way, this is one of the historic administrative divisions of Somerset, dating from the Anglo-Saxon times. Quiet country lanes are lined with character properties from across the ages, whilst amenities include a traditional country pub. It's just a short stroll to our final property. Now, when it comes to having curb appeal, I think this house has it in spades.
Yes, it looks beautiful.
I love this glass here.
Yeah.
looks really nice. Fantastic,
Yeah.
clean lines.
Yeah.
Really nice modern
Yes.
features, but good use of timber.
And interesting.
Look at the front door.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah,
You want to look inside?
Yes,
definitely.
please.
Come on then. Thought to date back to the mid-1800s and once serving as a post office, that's all now literally history, because the Mystery House has been fully renovated and extended over the last 8 years to very contemporary standards, which I'm hoping will please Bruce and Kerry as we start our tour through the entrance hall and into the first reception space. Let's start with the snug room. One thing that doesn't jump out at you is old beams everywhere, which probably suits you, doesn't it?
very happy with no beams. Interesting fireplace, that
It
too.
is.
You like this, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, nice.
There's loads to see, so we better get going. Come on,
Okay.
mate. The snug leads through to a further reception room at the rear of the home, and then into a side extension, housing a very impressive kitchen diner. This won the Best Domestic Extension Award from the local council, and it's easy to see why.
It is quite lovely.
It is amazing, isn't
It is, yes.
This is really good.
Yeah. We love all the glass. It's brilliant.
This is a
Okay.
really nice kitchen.
It's very much to our taste. It's lovely.
Good. At last. We arrive. We arrive in potentially your new home. Your first new home.
Yes.
So that's one half of the ground floor covered. In the remaining half, we find a reading room, a cloakroom, a great utility area, and then space designed to offer the option of a one-bedroom annex. Beautifully decorated throughout, there's a living area with kitchenette, bathroom, and a bedroom currently used as a home office. But the rest of the main house, including 6 further bedrooms, is arranged over 2 floors. On the top storey, the largest of the guest doubles provides a view over the garden, whilst the smallest one is next door to a family bathroom, with a light-filled reception room under the eaves. Below this, on the middle floor, are the 4 remaining bedrooms, a double with single aspect, and a larger double with twin windows, both served by a family bathroom. A further double has ensuite facilities. Last, but certainly not least, on this middle floor is a spectacular master ensuite.
It is amazing. Totally
Wow.
amazing. Yes.
This is just wow. Look at the view.
Yeah.
Now, if you look around the corner here, you've got a big walk-in shower unit there, separate bath. I mean, it's the entire width of the building.
Yeah. It's a lovely room.
Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm just wondering where he's going to put his helicopter.
Well, let's see if it will fit. Come with me.
Okay.
Well, the outside plot reveals just why this is our mystery property. It's clear that it's the least remote and smallest plot they've seen so far. Planted with several mature trees, the question is whether they can make this 1.5-acre garden work for the helicopter. But before we consider that, there's something else I want to show them. A 2-bedroom summer house that could be turned into a hobby space or guest accommodation. So who out of your family is going to live in here?
It's unbelievable. Another bright, airy, really spacious room, full of lights, beautiful views from every window.
It's a complete house.
Yeah.
It is, but it's 2 bedrooms, self-contained, on the ground floor.
Wow.
It's amazing. Bruce
This
was
is-
building his plane in here, that's the problem.
Yeah. I could do that.
This morning, could you?
I could do that, yeah.
Now, you do need to talk about flying your helicopters in and out, so let's go back outside.
Okay.
Well, you tell me, are the spaces here where you can land your chopper?
There's one tree that
Yeah.
would need to come down, but otherwise there's access to the garden there for a helicopter.
Excellent. So how much, then, do you think this mystery house is on the market for?
Well, I'm going to start with a very optimistic £960,000.
OK.
Because I'm a bit of a cheapskate, I'll go for 950.
You do think I'm mean, don't you? And yes, I am a lot of the time. But this place is on the market for £877,000.
Wow.
My goodness.
That's
We'll take it.
incredible.
Done. Well, I think you should now go and enjoy this fantastic property. Look around everywhere that you haven't yet seen. Or maybe remind yourselves of the bits you love, and I will meet you whenever you're done, all right?
Could be a long time.
Well, we've got the rest of the day. Fill your boots.
Thank you very much.
All right, see you in a bit. Below Budget, our 19th century mystery proposition, formerly a post office, offers an award-winning interior with that contemporary kitchen diner. There are 7 bedrooms in the house, including the 1-bed annex. In addition, there's a 2-bedroom summer house. It's in an edge-of-village location with 1.5 acres of land.
All the elements that we were looking for, clean lines, lots of glass, nice woodwork, those all came together in this property. I was just amazed that you get so much for your money. It was really a much lower price than I anticipated because it is just such a quality property.
I like the location. I absolutely love the house. I love the style of the house. Bruce and I could move in here and I can't see anything I would want to change. I'm blown away, really. It's wonderful.
This property certainly gives more than enough space for the extended family, and my only concern is that they'll want to move in for good.
We've been here a while. I think they've moved in. It's getting late. At last! Can I drag you away from this lovely house?
No,
We wouldn't mind staying.
Well, there's one way you can stay, and that's going via an estate agents. But I think we should cool off a little bit and give you some thinking time.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Countryside shooting in Britain stretches back to the development of the shotgun in the 18th century. As gun design evolved, game shooting for birds, from partridge to pigeons, became a popular pastime, especially for wealthy Victorian landowners. Alongside this, trap shooting developed as a form of target practice, and it's now a competitive sport. Farmer Ed Ling is a trap shooting Olympian. I'm meeting him on his 1,000-acre Somerset holding to find out how his rural childhood led to a bronze medal at the Rio 2016 Olympics. Ed, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
I mean, Rio must feel like a million miles away from here, but this is your life, isn't it? And obviously you love this farm, don't you?
Yeah, farming's my life, shooting's my life, and I'm really lucky to be able to do both, I think.
So how did you first come about shooting?
Yeah, well, Dad's always shot, you know, right from a young age, and as I got older, we had manual clay trap in the back of the farmyard. Yeah. Started throwing a few clays about. I enjoyed it, and it basically grew from there.
Ed also met his wife, Abby, a 5-time British champion through their shared interest in the sport. Abby, hi.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How you doing?
Very good, thank you very much. They now have an Olympic standard practice range on the farm, where as well as training themselves, they teach others. This is a wonderful example of rural diversification, isn't it? You've set up a training facility here and a school here now, haven't you, Abby?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we run it for ladies, youngsters, experienced shooters already that want to shoot the Olympic disciplines. We try and encourage it as much as possible because it's not just something that is available every day to the members of the public. It's actually a sport where it doesn't matter if you're male, female, older, younger, as long as you put the lead shot in the right place and you break that target, your score is on the board. And who better than an Olympic medalist to demonstrate putting the lead shot in the right place?
Oh.
Right the life out of me. That is so quick. Clay discs are fired anywhere within a 45-degree angle of the ground.
Oh.
And there's just 0.5 to 0.7 of a second to react. That was so quick. I didn't even see it come out the trap. Got to say, Ed, that was fantastic. That was so impressive. I can't believe just how quick you have to react.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. But let's see how you fare now.
No pressure, then.
We're going to just walk to this corner. OK, ready?
Yes, Abby, let's go.
So are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
OK, the stance is your left leg needs to be slightly forwards and you've got a little bit of weight on that front leg, OK?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That little red bead on the end of the gun, you're going to move the gun up to the clay. As it reaches the clay, I'm going to say the word now and you're going to pull the trigger. OK. OK, ready?
Yeah.
OK. So, I'm going to pop it into your shoulder. Take hold of the gun. That's it, head nice and down on top of here. Finger just to touch the trigger, that's it. OK, gun's ready to go. Starting about here, when you see the clay, move up to it and then pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Here we go, up to it, there. Whee!
Oh, yes.
There you go.
I think it's a fantastic way of coming to the countryside and doing a completely different sport. And as you said, all walks of life coming to having a go at it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So, Ed, how'd it get on?
Not bad. Very good.
Really?
Yeah, I can see perhaps getting one of these one day.
Oh, you've got it, have you?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there we go. For that.
Oh, it's as heavy as I'd hoped it would be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
An Olympic bronze medal. That is sensational. Well, I think I've got some honing to do to get reactions to rival Ed and Abby. But let's see if we've hit the target of a house for Bruce and Kerry here in the Somerset countryside. Well, the mystery house is clearly the runaway winner. But remember, for Kerry and Bruce, it'll be the first home they buy together. So let's find out what they want to do. Well, you've had a bit of time, I think, not to make your mind up, but to maybe cool off, haven't you? But I think we know what your favourite house is, don't we? What do you like so much about the mystery house, on reflection?
Clean lines, lots of glass, the craftsmanship.
You seem to have the knack of giving us much more than we expected and asked for. For now, I couldn't imagine living anywhere more wonderful than that, really. Is it where we still want to be when we're 80?
Good point.
And that's what we need to just think about.
Yeah.
I think we need to go back to the village, spend more time in the village, look around, talk to people, spend more time in the pub, maybe.
Yes.
I'm overqualified in that, to some extent. I think that is your next step, actually. Because we've spent a bit of time in the mystery house and you liked it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's nothing we didn't like about it at all, really.
So when do you think you might want to go back?
I think we might wander around a bit tomorrow morning.
Oh, great. Things happen quick with you two, don't they? Wow. Well, you don't hang around, do you?
We're also the kind of people that when we make a decision, we make a decision.
Yeah.
The ball is in your court. Just let us know what you decide, won't you?
Certainly will do.
We will.
Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
It's great when our house buyers have a firm favourite, as it really gives them something to focus on. And for the mystery property, for Kerry and Bruce, well, it gave them everything they're after. Those clean lines inside the house, the flat, practical land for Bruce's helicopter, but I think most importantly, and which is why it's the favourite, it had the edge of village location, and a wonderful spot it was, with that nice pub just down the road. And I think that's exactly where they should head. Go to the pub, meet some locals, chat it through with them. Maybe that will help them decide. I'm not sure which way this is going to go, but I do wish them both the very best of luck. See you next time. As planned, Bruce and Kerry did go back to the village of their mystery property. But on reflection, they decided the house was just too big for them in the long term.
Talking about the weather is a national pastime for us Brits. In the last 6 hours, 9 out of 10 of us will have mentioned it at least once. But on the 13th of December 1981, the residents of this village, I doubt they would have talked about anything else. Find out why and where I am in just a moment. On today's Escape, it's a case of love at first sight.
This is incredible. I can't believe this.
It's difficult to take it all in.
I'm speechless.
Oh.
But will cold feet for her mean heartbreak for him?
I still fell in love with the house when we first walked in. I still want to find a way to make it work.
Today we're in Shropshire, and this is the village of Shawbury, which hit the headlines 35 years ago when they experienced the coldest weather ever recorded in England. How cold, I hear you ask? Well, minus 25.2 degrees Celsius, that's how cold. And to put it in perspective, that is chillier than your freezer. But today the weather is mild and warm, perfect for exploring the housing market in this lovely county. The county of Shropshire is located in the West Midlands of England, bordered by 2 Welsh and 4 English counties. A sparsely populated region, around a quarter of the county takes in the Shropshire Hills area of outstanding natural beauty. Within this, the high peaks of the Clee Hills give vantage points as far afield as the Cotswolds to the south and Snowdonia to the west. At Clun, the ruins of a castle stand as a reminder of the 13th century power of the Norman monarchy and its 15th century attack by Welsh chieftain Owain Glyndwr. Nowadays, Whittington Castle, also Norman, is managed by the local community. Architecture buffs will find even more to explore in the county town of Shrewsbury, which boasts over 660 listed buildings, including many 15th and 16th century examples of timber frames. The old market hall, built in 1596 when the town was a prosperous wool centre, is now a film and digital media screening house. The town also has no fewer than 9 bridges, due to the fact that it's almost entirely encircled by a loop in the River Severn. And it's this serpentine waterway linking the coalfields of the Midlands with the Bristol Channel that put Shropshire at the centre of the Industrial Revolution, as well as giving it a scenic appeal that continues to this day. So from kings and castles to hills and heritage, Shropshire is a county with much to offer those longing for a country escape. Floreat Salopia, this is the county's motto, and as those Latin speakers amongst you will surely know, it translates as "May Shropshire flourish." And it's very apt because Shropshire is one of the least populated counties in the UK, which means there's lots of space to flourish. And spacious properties won't cost the earth. The average price for a detached house in the county is £277,000, which is £42,000 less than the national figure. So flourishing and good value property, are these the things that have drawn our couple to the county? Let's meet them and find out. Matt, a pharmaceutical compliance officer, met teacher Alessandra when she was on a visit to the UK from her homeland, Brazil. 12 years on and married with 2 children, they're looking to move from their Guildford home in the Surrey commuter belt.
Houses here are so expensive because it's easy to go to London. If you move, we'll be able to afford a really nice house. We could be mortgage-free.
I was born in Guildford. Although I've lived in Guildford all my life, which is a town, I think I could adapt to a village just offers you a greater sense of community, which is something I'm looking forward to.
Matt's job often takes him overseas, but he can also work from home. So when it comes to finding a new country community with affordable property prices, they can live anywhere with good broadband and airport links. But they've got their sights set on one county in particular.
We first went to Shropshire earlier this year for a holiday, and then we realised just what was available to us. It was a fantastic holiday. I hope when we move to Shropshire, our kids and I will have more family time. I'm looking forward to cycling along the canals there and spending time with them.
More family time. Here is easy to forget about that and just come home and get your iPad and just be each one in their rooms. We want to live in a place where we can sit together and play games and stuff like that. In the winter with a fireplace, and in the summer we'll be outside as much as possible. Peter's 11 and a half, and he loves to play football, he loves sports, he likes being outdoors. And we have Polly, who's 9, and she's desperate to go to the country and have some rabbits, or maybe even a horse or a goat and a sheep and everything.
But as well as spending more time together, the hope is the family feeling will extend beyond their own 4 walls.
I grew up with lots of family around me, so I want my kids to kind of have that in a different way. So I want them to be part of a community, to be in a village where everybody knows each other, everybody knows the kids, and we can have the next door neighbour babysitting for us and things like that.
When it comes to their new home, expectations from one party at least are high.
I would say the decision maker is largely Alessandra.
Well, he said, sorry to interrupt you, but he said, my dear, if you're happy, I'm happy. So I made sure I recorded that.
If Alessandra didn't like the house, I think it would be difficult to proceed.
Yeah. We are looking for something extraordinary, something with a wow factor, something that I'll go in and go, wow, I really want to live here.
Alessandra and Matt are open to living anywhere in the north of Shropshire with good links to an international airport for Matt's work. But before we check out our houses, we're meeting up in their chosen search area to find out more about their plans for the move. Good morning, guys. Pretty as a picture here in Shropshire.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Location. We've come here, we've looked around, and we've just seen a lifestyle that is not obtainable in Guildford, so we're looking forward to moving here. Quite sparsely populated. Is that what you're looking for? Are you looking to be quite remote, out in the middle of nowhere, or do you want a community?
We want a community for sure.
Yeah.
I don't have family here. He hardly has family here as well. So we want a community. We want
To be part of something.
part of something, yeah.
What's the spec? How many bedrooms? How many reception rooms?
Right, I don't want any closed rooms downstairs, somewhere you have to open the door to go into. This is very different for me. Coming from São Paulo, everything is kind of open. You don't have a hall. You open the front door and you're already in the living room. So we need an open area, everything together downstairs. And then upstairs, an ensuite would be nice.
Mm-hmm. And how many bedrooms?
Minimum 3, because we have 2 children. I do have family coming from Brazil sometimes, once a year, twice a year. So it would be nice for them to have their own space, or at least a bathroom just for them.
And Matt, do you have any specific wishes? Because you work from home, don't you?
I do. I work for a regional office. It's important for me to have some office space so I can work from home. And something with some land, you know, something like half an acre or more.
But what sort of style are you looking for?
We've mentioned barn conversion a few times.
So I like modern, something different, quirky.
So you're thinking more of a modern property, or would you like something period with sort of period features?
We don't mind. I mean, we wouldn't mind putting our own touch on it. So if there is some
Yes,
period features that we
yes.
could sort of make contemporary, then I think that'd be
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
Tell us again about your budget. It's slightly complicated.
Yes, we set the original target at 400,000, but for the extra wow factor, we're prepared to go up to 600,000.
Wow, that's quite a wow factor. Are you the judge of the wow factor?
Definitely,
Yeah.
of course. I'm the boss here.
Oh, I shall bear that in mind.
Yes.
Well, I hope you'll be happy because we found 3 beautiful houses, all very different, but I guess the factor is whether you love them. So let's get in the car and find out.
Yes, let's go.
With a maximum of £600,000 for their dream property, Matt and Alessandra would like open-plan living on the ground floor and a minimum of 3 bedrooms. They'd like a separate bathroom for guests, plus some office space for Matt. It should come with at least half an acre of land, and they'd like to be part of a village community. I've got 3 very different properties to show them, all with their wish list in mind. After they've seen each one, I'll be getting them to guess the price before I reveal it. The final viewing will be our mystery offering, which could well be the crowning glory of our search.
So there's lots of factors at play in this move. What would you say is the most important?
Here, we're going to be able to get a lot more for our money. We could never buy a house, a really nice house in Guildford.
But it all has to fit, doesn't it, with the school? It has to complement it, otherwise it just won't work.
My son just got in a very, very good school, outstanding, one of the best in the county. So to move him from that school to a school that is not so good, I might feel guilty for a long, long time.
Right. Well, the good thing, I mean, the schools are generally quite good in Shropshire, but the houses we've got are all in catchment areas of good or outstanding schools.
That's very important.
We're starting our search for a Shropshire home in the village of Bagley. Facilities in the larger village of Baschurch are a 5-mile drive away and include a pub, post office and a fish and chip shop. Back in the rural setting of Bagley, the house we've come to see is in the catchment area of a well-regarded school and enjoys an edge-of-village location.
Yes.
Wow.
I like it.
Yes, she
Very
likes it.
much.
Beautiful.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Is it semi-detached?
Yes, so this is a barn conversion in 2 halves.
Right.
So a good impression from the outside, a bit of a question mark
Yes.
about the
Over the
split.
semi-detached, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, very good impression.
Should we have a peek inside?
Please, yes.
yes.
Does it have the wow?
This brick barn was converted around 12 years ago and consists of 2 sections divided by a carport. We're starting on the side with the main accommodation, where a utility leads into a kitchen and breakfast room.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very bright.
It's a nice modern kitchen.
Yeah, I'm not very keen on the wood in the kitchen. I like everything modern and shiny, white.
We were probably expecting it just to open up into the whole barn when we
Yes.
first walked in.
I need to see what walls I can knock down. So far, so good. I love the outside more than the kitchen, to be honest.
Well, you know, we'll walk through and you can see what walls you can knock down.
Alessandra really does want to get handy with a hammer here. Through a hall, we reach 2 further reception rooms divided by a feature fireplace. It's certainly a spacious layout, but is it family-friendly enough?
I can't imagine the kids watching TV here and me all the way there in the kitchen. So it worries me a little bit. But I'm already thinking I can knock this wall down, the whole thing, just leave the fire in the middle.
Basically, you just want to knock all the walls down.
Yeah.
Just have a free-floating upstairs.
Yes, exactly. That'd be great.
But are you prepared that, you know, that actually country houses tend to be country houses, not modern flats?
But you can make it modern inside, can't you?
But in terms of the kind of high ceilings and lots of glass windows, I mean, that's probably...
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get over the fact that...
Let's look upstairs, because you wanted 3 bedrooms, but you got 4 in this house.
Unfortunately, a few too many walls for their liking on the ground floor. And completing this level, the wing to the other side of the carport houses an office, along with 3 separate garages. Let's see what they make of upstairs, which would give them 4 bedrooms in total. They consist of a generously sized double and a single bedroom, both served by a family bathroom. There's also a further double guest room with its own ensuite. And lastly, separated from these 3 bedrooms, along the landing, we find the master suite.
Walk-in wardrobes ensuite. This is the master bedroom.
Oh, my goodness. It is very nice. Yeah. No, this is small, but it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's really good. Yeah. Well done. Oh. You just close that door, and you're so far away from the bed, and you close that door, and the kids are all like, go to sleep, you know.
Grown-up wing. Let's go outside, look at the land again, and talk about the price.
OK.
OK.
So, just follow me.
More communal living is required downstairs, but the separated sleeping quarters upstairs mean we're finishing exploring the interior on a positive note. Outside, the plot amounts to just under an acre, including lawned garden and paddock. But with today's buyers clearly wanting to do some reconfiguring work to the house, it may all come down to the money.
Let's talk about the price of this package. What do you think this is on the market for?
It is a semi, which could sometimes affect the value, so I'm going to say 400.
I'm going to go higher, I think.
OK.
450?
OK, so interestingly, this is on the market for £5 shy of £500,000.
OK. It's still a lot of house for your money, though, isn't it? Compared to what we're used to. It's still a lot of house. It's a lovely conversion.
Let's give you a bit of time to go around, sit in some chairs, take in the different angles, and I'll meet you at the back.
OK.
Ooh, £100,000 under budget. Still, it's not quite what they want, but we do have 2 more houses, so...
This semi-detached brick barn conversion offers a lot of accommodation for their budget, with a large kitchen and breakfast room and 2 further reception rooms. There are 4 bedrooms, 2 of which are ensuite, as well as almost an acre of land in an edge of village location.
Now that I've seen my first house in Shropshire, I feel very positive. I love that it's quiet around here. I really liked it. So it was a very nice surprise.
The upstairs works really well. The number of rooms and the guest bedroom with the ensuite works really well for us. It's a stunning barn conversion, so I could see myself living here.
There you are. So, guys, we're done here.
OK.
We need to get back in the car because we've got another house to see.
OK.
Leave this one behind in your mind.
OK.
Come with
OK,
me.
let's go.
Beautiful landscapes, historic ruins and lovely towns and villages make Shropshire a delight to explore, especially on 2 wheels, using the many dedicated cycle routes, including the 185-mile Shropshire Cycleway. Alessandra and Matt hope to get the whole family on their bikes once they move here, so today is a taste of what to expect. Chris Dartnell has been taking people on cycling tours for nearly 25 years, and today he's got one of his favourite routes planned.
I'm Chris from Really Wonderful Cycling. Welcome to Shropshire. What kind of cycling do you normally like to do?
Well, I do a lot of road cycling. I might do about 100 miles a week.
I do about 20 miles a week.
OK, not so much. So I've actually got a really good solution here because you're keen on cycling, you're not so keen. Electric bicycles are really good, so it means he'll have trouble keeping up with you. Ali, this is your bike.
OK.
And Matt, your one here. I'll take that one. We'll go for a cycle ride.
OK. Great.
OK.
Today's route is around 38 miles, winding through an area the poet A.E. Housman described as the quietest place under the sun. Although he was writing from the mind's eye, it really is tranquil. River valleys cut through the hills topped with castle ruins, creating great places to stop and enjoy.
Right, here we are at Hopton Castle. Fantastic location. There was a really horrible Civil War siege here in 1644. It got kind of knocked about a bit and not really lived in after that. But it's been renovated just recently. The local community managed to raise over £1 million. So it's open up to the public, it's free to go in, and just a super place to look at, I think.
So are landmarks like this common for the area?
Yeah, well, there's more castles in this area than any other part of the UK. And it's all to do because we're right on the Welsh border here.
Following the network of quiet country lanes, it's around 10 miles to the next stop in the small town of Clun. A 15th century stone packhorse bridge crosses the river that gives the settlement its name. This was a historic drove route for flocks and herds from Wales to the markets of the Midlands and London.
It used to be a really important little town. It's still classified as a town, but to us it's like a village. But there used to be lots of cattle, lots of sheep coming through here, but now it's really quiet, yes.
Is this style of village typical for Shropshire?
Yeah, for this area, lots of half-timbered houses, medieval bridges. The castle here at Clun is a very important one. It used to control the whole of this area.
I think our kids will love to see all those castles,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final leg of the tour is around 20 miles, much of it following the River Team, a waterway that starts in the Welsh hills and passes through to Ludlow, described by Sir John Betjeman as probably the loveliest town in England. The medieval walls and Ludlow Castle are a highlight.
One of the biggest castles around here. Not only a historic castle, but they have the big food festival on there as well. And all this square in front of you is the market square. Great place for buying food. And I think we've got 4 or 5 local butchers here as well. So you don't have to rely on supermarkets to go buy all your shopping. Get it from here.
But is there anywhere we can go to get something to drink?
Yeah, there's loads of places actually.
Last cup of coffee?
Yeah, and tea and scones. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's time for a change of gear now as Alessandra and Matt's search for a family home continues here in the Shropshire countryside. Our second property is located in West Felton. This village grew up around a Norman castle, and the remains of the castle mound can be found close to the church. It's a great community with a primary school, pub, post office and stores, and it's in the catchment for a well-regarded secondary school. Our second property lies in the middle of the village.
Come on in here.
Wow.
Wow. So is this one property?
All yours.
Wow.
Wow.
This was the original coach house to a big rectory, this building here, and then this was added on. It's probably about 250 years old, the whole kind of complex. But you can see those arches straight ahead was where the coaches would have gone in. And these were the stables. But what you've eventually got, you've got a completely self-contained 2-bedroom cottage, and then you've got a beautiful 4-bedroom house over here.
This is incredible.
Yes.
I can't
It's
believe
incredible.
this.
It's difficult to take it all in.
I'm speechless.
Oh.
Our dream scenario would be a property with some character that was converted of something. A lot to take in.
Very interesting. I can't wait to see inside.
First impressions don't get much better than that. Built from brick and sandstone, we enter the L-shaped main building through a corner entrance, which takes us through a reception hall into the far wing. Here, a dining room leads us into a country kitchen with some unusual heritage features.
Very different, isn't it? I've never seen anything like it. Very unique. I like the high ceilings.
And there you've got a great big utility room and a sort of downstairs shower room.
Okay.
And then these are really interesting, the kind of where they used to put the straw for the horses.
Yeah, they've kept the original features.
It's a very unusual property.
Yeah, good. I like unusual. But I'll have to see the rest of the house. I'm not convinced yet.
I've fallen in love with the dream of owning a property so different so far. So I want the rest of the house to work.
Let's see the rest of the downstairs.
Okay.
Matt seems smitten, but I know Alessandra is waiting to see big communal living spaces. Leading back through the entrance hall into the other wing of the L shape, we find a very large family reception room, with an arched entrance through to a further sitting area.
It's not open plan, but you can see through the whole space.
And these windows are incredible.
Yeah.
So much light. I can see a lot of potential here.
No, I like the room.
I love the beams.
Yeah.
Love them.
A hard-won seal of approval for the ground floor layout from one half of our couple. Completing this floor is a corner study that Matt could use as a home office. The 4-bedroom accommodation is reached by 2 separate staircases. One in the hall leads to 2 of them, one with a side window and skylight, and a smaller room tucked under the eaves. The second staircase in the largest reception room leads to a family bathroom and the other 2 bedrooms. A good-sized double, plus one with an ensuite that could act as the master.
Okay. Here we have... Well, they use this as the master bedroom because it's got an ensuite shower room. Okay.
Yes. But then you can see my husband knocking his head every time he got to go to the...
This is what...
Don't get me wrong. I desperately want this house to work. But if I'm being very realistic, I don't think it would work. This is beautiful, but it's right in the middle of the room.
I still fell in love with the house when we first walked in. I still want to find a way to make it work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've given you so much to think about. Oh, it's frustrating, isn't it?
It is frustrating because you think, wow, this is incredible. This is so different.
But upstairs is a bit too different.
Yeah.
Well, let's look outside and see whether that clinches it for you.
Passions are running high. This house is clearly pulling at Matt's heartstrings. Outside, a 2-bedroom cottage provides guest accommodation on the doorstep, comprising a living room, kitchen, and ground floor bathroom. Plus, on the upper floor, a double room with dual aspect, as well as a single bedroom. There's also a triple garage built from reclaimed brick, whilst the cobbled courtyard has a pond and water feature. To the rear of the house, the garden is largely lawn and has 3 sheds. Perhaps this is enough to give this former coach house and stables legs, or could I be flogging a dead horse here?
I don't see it working because this garden is like a back garden. It's like it's not part of the house. I don't feel integrated, but I can feel this is not for us.
The only point is that it's not listed. So, for example, you could open up this door, you could open up this door, but obviously that's more work. Is there going to be money enough in your budget?
That's the next question.
Yeah. So how much is this going to cost you, do you think?
525.
Despite Alessandra's reservations, I think it does have the wow factor. And I think it's 625.
So this is on the market for 599,950.
Right.
Why don't you have a look around and look inside the cottage again, see if your passion will calm down.
Okay.
And yes, we can move on. I'll find you when you're finished.
Thank you.
At the top of their budget, this former coach house and stables has striking heritage features with a range kitchen and 3 reception rooms. There are 4 bedrooms in the main house, including an ensuite, plus a 2-bedroom cottage for guests, all in the heart of a lovely village.
When I first walked into the gates, I thought, wow, this is what I was looking for. I can't believe I finally found my house. But inside, it just wouldn't work for us.
You can't believe what you're seeing. It's an incredible amount of wow factor. We're keeping the original features, such as the where the hay was and where you tie up the horses. It really brings a sense of history and an old purpose to the building. I fell in love with this house when I opened the gate, and I'm still in love with it. I desperately want this house to work somehow.
You done?
Yes.
You feeling a bit calmer?
Yes.
Thank goodness. OK, don't panic, because we've still got the mystery house.
Good.
Okay. But for today, we can go home and rest.
OK, thank you very much.
We're in the stunning county of Shropshire, helping Alessandra and Matt relocate with their 2 children from Guildford, Surrey. They've already seen 2 options for their budget of £600,000, but there's still the mystery option to come, and it could well be fit for a king or queen.
My family in Brazil, they joke that they say that I married an English prince. And now we've got our own castle.
Yeah. Plus, I'm finding out about a Shropshire approach to a very hot topic.
Welcome to our biomass building.
Oh, it's very not National Trust. It's all very new and shiny. Day 2 of our Shropshire hunt for Alessandra and Matt's dream home. I have to say, I think we might have hit a wall because Alessandra has such a fixed idea of what she wants in her head. A huge, spacious, white, modern, vast wow factor in a barn conversion that doesn't, in reality, really exist. So the mystery house is really going to shake everything up. I mean, it's big. It's really big. And it's mostly big up. But it has a wow factor that I don't think can be beaten.
Our mystery offering is in the village of Petton. Twinned with the nearby village of Cockshut, facilities in the parish include a post office, shop and school. The red brick church of St Simon and St Jude was built in 1777 and is Grade 2 listed. 2 miles away in Petton, on the site of a former medieval manor, is today's mystery house.
And now you can look up.
Oh my God.
OK. Before you get too excited, it's not all of it.
OK.
Because the property that you are going to explore is from, see that bit of guttering that goes up there?
Yeah.
All the way to the left of that to the corner.
Ah.
So this big chunk of the house.
Wow. With the turrets at the top?
Yes.
Wow.
4 floors?
And a basement, so 5, yeah.
We weren't expecting this.
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Not.
This is a bit of a shock.
It is. The lesson of yesterday is to see inside before we start.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Getting, too excited.
Yeah.
This is completely the opposite of what I wanted.
Marvellous. That's exactly why we call it the mystery house. Let's go and explore.
This impressive mansion is the brainchild of a formidable Victorian heiress, Emma Florence Cunliffe, who had the medieval manor house here demolished to make way for her red brick hall. In the 20th century, it became a boarding school until being sold off in portions in the 1990s to be renovated as 11 separate dwellings. An imposing private entrance in the section we've come to see reaches a hall, which still retains its historic grandeur.
Welcome to a little bit of English history.
Wow.
Here's open plan. This is what they call vertical living.
Yeah.
But come on, let's have a look at the kitchen. Come into the kitchen, my dears.
Well.
Lots of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of this kitchen. This would have been the servants' wing of the big house.
Yeah.
So you've got a fantastic game larder there. It's a huge walk-in larder. Through there's a great television playroom, so you could have your kids nearby. And through this big door, down some steps, there's a huge cellar, which they've got a kind of pool table in, so you could turn it into a games room.
Oh, wow! Yeah, it's a lot more than we were expecting. I like the layout of the kitchen a lot. I have no idea how to use that.
And there is, in this one, there is no other option. So...
There's a microwave.
Back through the hall, a corridor leads to a reception room at the back of the house, currently used as a large formal dining room.
But we thought it would make a really lovely kind of family room.
Yeah.
Because through that, you've got another lovely kind of snug room with panelling.
Uh-huh.
I like it more now. It's very interesting.
Come on upstairs.
It's great that they like the space on offer on this floor, as there are 3 more levels to explore. The top floor offers a large bedroom, which is currently unused. On the floor below this are 3 further bedrooms, a large guest double with an ensuite, and a further guest double with a feature fireplace, plus a small room laid out as a twin. These all make use of a family bathroom. Then on the floor above the living accommodation are the 3 bedrooms Alessandra and Matt might use for themselves and their 2 children. An L-shaped double and a further double with a single aspect, both served by a family bathroom, leaving bedroom number 6 a large master suite.
So you have perfect access if you wanted all the family on one level.
Okay.
Through here, you have not 1 but 2 walk-in wardrobes and a great big ensuite.
Wow.
Okay. And when your kids get to teenage and they don't want to be near their parents, they can go up a floor.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes, I like it.
So it's a huge expanse of possibilities.
Possibilities everywhere.
We're going to go up a very special set of stairs.
I can't wait to see more because now I like it. It's completely the opposite from yesterday. Yes.
So the towering interiors of this 4-storey mystery house have won them over. And outside there are extensive landscaped gardens, including an area just for them, all of which can be surveyed from the heady heights of a rooftop terrace.
Ta-da!
Oh
Wow.
my goodness. Oh, wow. This is incredible.
If you look down here, you can see this is your garden. See this hedged garden? And then all the land, if you kind of fan down to the bottom fence, is yours too.
Oh, my goodness. Never in a million years I would imagine I would be seeing a house like this. Never, ever. My family in Brazil, they joke that they say that I married an English prince. And now we've got our own castle.
A section of a castle.
This is wow, 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 wow.
Now you've seen pretty much the whole of the house, big as it is, what do you think the price tag is going to be?
Again, I think this would have to be over our budget. Again, I'm going to say 625, 650.
I'll say 650.
Well, then your luck is in, because this is on the market for £550,000.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to give you a bit more time to explore, and I'll find you somewhere in the garden.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Down
much.
the stairs. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a mystery house.
£50,000 below their top budget, this 4-storey Victorian mystery mansion comes with a range kitchen and a cellar. There are 6 bedrooms, including a master suite, plus a roof terrace and a section of landscaped grounds. What's more, there are several well-regarded schools close by.
I don't think I've ever seen you quite so speechless by
I
anything.
don't think you ever saw me like that. I might change my name now. You can call me Princess Alessandra. How about that? Or Queen Alessandra.
I don't think you should push your luck.
I was absolutely speechless because I would never, ever think of a house like this. Ever.
There's no way I would have chosen this. If we'd been looking around, I would have just passed over this house straight away without thinking about it. I think this is a house we've fallen in love with in a very short time.
That view is just... How can you say no to that? I'm emotional because thinking where I grew up, where I saw buildings everywhere, cars and pollution, and thinking that I would have an opportunity to give my children this, it's overwhelming.
So it must go all the way down there.
Yeah, and it's really...
It's beautiful.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Are you being bewitched?
Yes.
We are.
Really.
We've been sucked in and, well, we love the place.
Well, I'm going to have to drag you away because we're going to find somewhere separate from this to kind of think about everything.
Sure.
Have a cup of tea.
Thank you.
Shropshire's mineral-rich soil explains why crops have been cultivated here since the Bronze Age, including the surroundings of Attingham Park near Shrewsbury. During Britain's agricultural revolution in the late 18th century, this Palladian stately home was built for the politician and first Baron Berwick, Noel Hill. Now in the hands of the National Trust, Nicky Chapman last visited it in the grips of a major multi-million-pound renovation project. 2 years on, Research and Interpretation Officer Sir Ray Jones is on hand to show me the impressive results starting with the roof of the picture gallery, designed in 1805 by John Nash.
So, Ray, the last time we were here, you had Nicky Chapman climbing up scaffolding. It's all vanished.
Yeah, this space has completely changed. Above, we were installing a brand new secondary roof to protect this space.
Because it was leaking.
This space had leaked from the start, so over 200 years, and the new roof is the latest phase to protect it for the future. We've also repainted the ceiling to represent how it would have been painted originally. It's a stencil effect, but designed to look 3D.
It's a magnificent space, and this is a Nash building, isn't it?
Yep, Nash was creating something very innovative here. He was making use of curved cast iron with this fantastic top-lit roof.
This roof represents Attingham's Regency heyday. In 1827, just 20 years after it was completed, the second Lord Berwick, who commissioned it, was in financial ruin. The contents of his house were sold off in a 16-day sale, and for the next century, the place fell into disrepair.
And then in the 20s, the 8th Lord and Lady Berwick started to revive Attingham and carefully restored parts of the house, which is what the National Trust are continuing today.
There's also ongoing research into the hall's post-World War II role as an adult education college. At that time, this former servants' dining hall was filled with people on a variety of residential courses.
So it started in 1948, so that's just after the war. So there was a big boom in sort of adult education. What sort of things did they learn?
Oh, all sorts. I mean, we've got leaflets here. So we've got lots of history, arts. They also looked at industry, design, stargazing.
Stargazing?
It's wonderful here at night. It's very clear, and they would have gone up onto the roof.
A critical look at Britain's coniferous forests, bird behaviour and wildlife.
I think for a lot of people, it had a life-changing impact on them, that excitement of new education at the time. We have some images of some of the folk dancing courses here, so all the students dancing at the front.
That's wonderful.
The school left its physical mark on the hall in the form of dormitories and quarters for a warden in what is now the Orangery, as well as several student-made mosaics. But the biggest legacy was what these people took away with them.
Stately home becomes people's college, where Tom, Dick and Harry of any age may learn enjoyably.
Yeah, it was education for all and definitely changed people's lives.
But it's not all about history. Attingham is seeing the largest biomass boiler system of any National Trust property installed here, and General Manager Mark Agnew is going to tell me more about this ambitious project.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome to our biomass building.
Oh, it's very not National Trust. It's all very new and shiny.
Yep, we're still in the construction phase at the moment. So this is the wood chip from the estate. We've got about 300 acres of woodland. This is from our day-to-day sort of maintenance of trees, felling trees. We'll be delivering about 200 tonnes of chip a year
200 tonnes?
Into these amazing boilers here. It's a sustainable source. We think it's going to save about 60 tonnes of carbon a year. So we're doing our bit, not just for sustainability, but also for climate change as well.
The showrooms of the house have conservation heating, which is actually more about getting the right humidity levels.
So it's not very warm.
So often it might not be very warm, particularly over winter, but it's about making sure it's not too damp or not too dry.
Oh, it's wonderful. It really is great. I mean, it's so nice to come and see these properties and see how they constantly renew. Well done.
Thank you.
It's wonderful seeing this stately home undergoing a new lease of life. But now let's find out if Alessandra and Matt plan to take on their own slice of stately living, and indeed what they've made of all the properties I've shown them.
Wow, what a week that was. Which of the properties really stood out for you?
It's very weird because for years I dreamed of one thing, and the third house was really, really a mystery, a shock and a surprise, because if I had to write down everything I didn't want in a house, that would be it.
And how are you feeling about the mystery house now?
We're very excited. I mean, we're planning to come back as soon as possible with the children to see their faces when they just drive up the drive. So we want to do that as soon as possible, don't we?
Yeah, I really like it. It was like a trendy, fashionable London house in the countryside.
Looking at that house, it looks like an adventure. It looks fun. And I want that spirit to continue while we live there. Every day to be something new. You just want it to be something spectacular.
Obviously, I hope that you do buy the Mystery House simply so that you can prove to your in-laws and family in Brazil that Matt is the king of the castle.
Well, we really appreciate your help, and it's been a
fantastic week.
Fantastic
Thank you very
week.
much.
Thank you.
Well, whatever you do, I hope that you find so lovely in Shropshire.
Thank you.
What a week! What a Mystery House. Indeed, what a move. Because Matt, he's lived his whole life in Guildford, he's moving to the countryside. Alessandra grew up in one of the most densely populated cities in the world and is coming to live in one of the least populated counties in the UK. But it just goes to show that when you have a move this momentous, you can't afford to be too precise in what you're looking for. I mean, the Mystery House just blew everything out of the water. Although she was a bit shell-shocked, I personally can see Alessandra as the lady of the manor. Anyway, do join us next time for more Escape to the Country. Matt and Alessandra return to Shropshire to view more properties and are still interested in the Mystery House. They plan to move into rented accommodation if necessary so that their children can start in their new schools next term.
Today you find me 13 metres above ground on one of the longest treetop walkways in the UK. But where can you enjoy this bird's-eye view? Find out in just a moment. On today's show, our property search puts things into perspective.
They definitely have focused on the view, and that's just what we're hoping for.
Yeah. I'm going to have £1 for every time we say view, I think.
Yeah.
But views aren't everything.
It's so big.
Yes! Today I'm in Gloucestershire and this is the fantastic treetop walkway at Westonbirt Arboretum, home to one of the most important tree collections in the world. This beautiful bridge, which opened in spring 2016, meanders along a 300-metre stretch and provides a unique vantage point on some of the 15,000 trees here. Now, the National Arboretum grew from the passion of Victorian plant collectors, and it's rather fitting that 180 years later, the walkway gives us a breathtaking perspective on their legacy. Gloucestershire is situated in the southwest of England and borders the neighbouring counties of Herefordshire and Oxfordshire. The majority of the Cotswolds falls within Gloucestershire. Famous for its distinctive honey-coloured towns and villages, which flourished on the back of the medieval wool trade, the name refers to the range of rolling hills that run down the eastern fringe of the county. Painswick is one of the best preserved towns here and is known as the Queen of the Cotswolds. Equally majestic is the Royal Forest of Dean, a former hunting ground for Tudor kings. It was England's first designated national forest, an accolade it received in 1938. It's also the birthplace of acclaimed British dramatist Dennis Potter, who set many of his plays in the forest. Gloucestershire's literary giants also include Laurie Lee, who lived in the village of Slad. The pub he frequented is a popular watering hole for fans of his books, including Cider with Rosie. So whether it's literary heritage or historic architecture that interests you, it seems Gloucestershire has something for everyone. Well, who wouldn't be inspired by this glorious Gloucestershire countryside? But living here does come with something of a premium. The average price of a detached home in the county is just over £361,000. Now that's £50,000 above the national figure. Property hotspots such as the Cotswolds, where second homes are in high demand, really drives up that price tag. But today's buyers are after their forever home and want their budget to go the distance. Susan and Bill have been married for 20 years after meeting whilst travelling in Tahiti. They currently live in Stansted, Mount Fitchett in Essex, not far from the airport, but they've been planning a move to a more rural setting for some time.
Stansted Mount Fitchett is
charming, but it's also becoming increasingly popular. So there's more and more people in a relatively small area. We'd like to go out into the country and get some breathing space.
Well, we do like the area. It's very convenient for London and Cambridge, but it's time for a change.
Whilst Bill has retired from a career in IT and now spends his time running a holiday let at their home in Stansted, Susan works full-time as a lawyer in the City of London. But she's become frustrated with her commute, and with her firm offering flexible working, she's seizing the opportunity.
Now's the right time for us to move to Gloucestershire because I can work in another office, I can work in Bristol, I can also work from home. So it's definitely time to move.
Their current home is a period property, and while it may seem like they've already made their escape to the country, they're now after a bit less character and a bit more land.
As you may have heard from my accent, I am American, and as an American, I thought I'd enjoy a house with a lot of beams, a lot of oldie worldy character. And I discovered I'm not that keen on oldie worldy, so we need more open plan space that we can use more conveniently.
We'd like to look out of our windows and see the countryside and the hills.
As well as its proximity to Susan's Bristol office, they've also chosen Gloucestershire for its stunning landscapes.
It's such beautiful countryside, and it's somewhere that we would be happy to look out of our windows every day and see the rolling hills, and a great place to hike.
In addition to hiking, Bill likes to play golf, and when she has some spare time, Susan enjoys a spot of gardening. But when they move, they want to try something completely new.
We want some pasture land so that we can maybe have some alpacas, my wife's dream.
They're very easy to maintain. They look amazing. They're very charming. And I believe it's going to just look amazing to have them out in the garden or in the pasture in front of the house and just be able to watch them.
For a couple who have lived in different parts of the world, including 6 years in Botswana, they're not afraid of the unknown.
In the last 15 years, we've moved 10 times, and we like getting to know a new area and settling in.
We're hoping it's just a calmer lifestyle.
Sue and Bill would like to be within 45 minutes of Bristol, where Sue's new office is, so we'll be looking at properties within easy reach of the M5. I'm meeting up with them in Gloucestershire to run over their wish list.
Well, Bill and Susan, I have to say, welcome to beautiful Gloucestershire.
Thank you.
Tell me, why have you decided this is the county that you want to move to?
We're looking for a particularly beautiful part of the country, and this definitely is. We want some space, we want some open views, and if you look behind you, you see what we see, and it's why.
Yeah,
it's why.
Gorgeous.
And ideally, you'd like to commute to Bristol, not every day, but some days, don't you?
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Best of both worlds.
Exactly, that's the plan.
So what about the actual property that you're looking for? Tell me about that.
Well, we have not difference of opinion, but perhaps different priorities. For me, it's about the view and the land, and I'm not that interested in an old house, an old thatched cottage. That doesn't appeal to me so much, and that's partly because I'm American, and it's not what we're used to.
Americans loved our traditional houses.
Well, that's sort of what we're living in now, and we've decided that doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Bill, what's your priorities?
I think my priority is the view is also, but I want a couple of holiday units because we currently have a holiday let in our house, and we'd like to carry on doing that. We find it's very interesting, meeting lots of different people, and the income is really useful as well.
How many bedrooms ideally do we want?
Well, there's just the two of us, so we don't need that many bedrooms. 3 would be ideal. More, it tends to be bigger properties that have these annexes.
So true.
So if we have more, that's a bonus. Inside, lots of light. Bill's quite tall, so we'd rather not him banging his head, which he currently does in our
I find that a problem. So.
Yeah.
You're good at ducking.
Yeah. So lots of light, more open plan than what we have now, which is a rather small room, so it's all boxy, and we'd like it to be opened up. If that's something we could do to the property, you know, we're willing to take on a bit of a project.
Who is going to make the final decision? Because you were very honest right at the front and said you've got some different priorities.
Well, we've both got to love it.
Yeah.
I like that.
If we don't, there's no point.
So do remind us of your top budget.
Well, our top budget is about £850,000. That is without having to do any work.
So ideally, if it needs a little bit of work, under that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we do have 3 rather splendid properties to show you in this lovely county, so shall we get started?
Yes, great, thank you.
With the generous maximum budget of £850,000, Sue and Bill will pay good money to get a property with an amazing view. The house itself should be light and airy and ideally open plan. It must include 3 bedrooms and a holiday let, or the potential to build one. And Sue would like some land up to 1 acre for alpacas. We've lined up 3 properties that best reflect this exacting wish list, but they won't know how much it'll cost them until the end of each property tour. The mystery house could challenge our couple to sacrifice some of their wish list to get the house of their dreams. Our property journey starts in the small hamlet of Cooper's Hill, just outside Gloucester and close to the M5 for Sue's journey into Bristol. The closest village to our property is Cranham, which is tucked away in a wooded valley and features pretty cottages built from distinctive Cotswold stone. English composer Gustav Holst lived in the village in the mid-19th century. His music to the classic Christmas carol In the Bleak Midwinter is thought to have been inspired by cold, snowy days looking out across the valley from his cottage. Hard to imagine on a day like today. Under a 10-minute drive away, Property 1 has an enviable position situated on the Cotswold Way and with commanding views across Gloucestershire.
So let me introduce you to our first property on this really elevated position looking out.
From what we can see, the views are amazing.
Yeah.
And the house is that lovely Cotswold stone?
Yeah, this is all reclaimed Cotswold stone.
Oh, really?
Comes from an old barn, because this house was only built around 2004.
Oh, OK.
And it has been designed with that view in mind. You said to me the views are more important than the house.
Yes, I did.
But I want the house to work as well for you, so fingers crossed. OK, well, follow me. Let's take a step inside.
With the space for cars and a timber garage to the side, the front of the house is designed with practicalities in mind. It's when you step inside that you really get a sense of the character of this building, which takes advantage of the view.
So, this house is on different levels. You probably guessed that now. So we actually come downstairs to, well, not only marvel at that view, which I'm sure we're going to be discussing in some detail, but also introduce you to the kitchen, dining, breakfast room.
Very nice.
Yeah, good size.
Yeah, we like this a lot. Well, I like it a lot. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's very good.
And as you say, you're looking at that, you're taking advantage of that amazing view.
Yes.
Our current house, you have no view out the window, and that was from the kitchen. We always thought we'd like to look out and see something beautiful, so that'll do.
So we're liking the inside so far.
Absolutely.
OK, well, let's see what you make of next door to our sitting room. Again, I think generous proportions.
This is a lovely room.
Yeah, light and airy, isn't it?
Yeah, and
lots of
windows on 3 walls. They definitely have focused on the view, and that's just what we're hoping for.
Yeah. I'm going to have £1 for every time we say view, I think.
Yeah.
Because we're going to say it all the time, aren't we?
Is it going to get a knock?
Vista.
Vista, scenery.
OK.
Yeah, we'll have to think
Out
about the words. Out there. But yeah, but that's the whole point with this house. It is a large property, but it's all about the view.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
As well as this living room, a spacious garden room lies next door, which spills out onto a sunny courtyard. There's also a utility and shower room on this level. Upstairs, there are 4 bedrooms, including 2 good-sized doubles at the back of the house, and a single with exposed stone. What's more, there's a study, but I'm showing Sue and Bill their master suite.
So you've actually got 3 doubles on this level with this house. This is the master. So you've got your ensuite, the shower and bath, wardrobe space, and then the room itself.
It's nice. Doesn't knock my socks off, but it's very nice.
Yeah, I prefer it a little bit larger and bigger windows, I think, but...
I suppose you could try and open up the view.
Yeah.
Maybe put in French doors or something like that.
Yeah, French doors and a balcony would be really
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
I'm saving the best till last here, as we're finishing the tour with that splendid view. Because the property is perched on a hill, the gardens are terraced. A patio section leads down to a lawn with well-stocked borders. Further below, there's a mini orchard.
A few reservations about the property itself, but I wonder whether this
Stunning, absolutely
It
stunning.
is
isn't it?
absolutely amazing.
Two other things which I know you're quite passionate about. One is the possibility of having an annex. You might have noticed to the right of the entrance of the property, there's a double garage. It's a wooden structure. Planning permission has been sought for that to be turned into holiday let accommodation. Hasn't been granted yet, but the paperwork's gone in.
No, we like a project.
Yeah,
so
you would be starting from scratch. It's a great double garage, but there is space there. The other thing that you two like is land, isn't it? But if you were thinking of grazing land, you could look either to the side or straight in front of us. Conversations could be had either about leasing that or buying it. But that's something that you would need to look into.
Okay.
That sounds promising.
So we're going to try and put a price on our first property with these spectacular views. What are you thinking?
I'm going to be a bit cheeky. I'm going to say 795.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have thought slightly lower than that. 750.
Okay. The house has only just gone on the market. The asking price is, Bill, well done, £750,000.
Wow.
Good grief. That sounds promising, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think 100,000 we could make this house to what we wanted it to be and do the holiday unit as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're both pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's a good start.
And now you know that price, I think you're going to want to have another look, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Have a wander on your own this time.
Okay.
Thank you.
And don't forget the double garage. Annex potential, holiday let
That's what we
potential,
want.
income.
Thank you.
With £100,000 left over, Sue and Bill seem to have warmed to our first house. A modern detached property with character features. An open-plan kitchen diner and large living room have exceptional views. And it comes with 4 bedrooms. The garage could be turned into a holiday let, and there are neighbouring fields available to rent for alpacas.
Oh, that's a surprise. Could obviously be the bedroom. I think this could work really nicely, but you'd have to spend some money, obviously, to do it.
I think this property's got great potential. The price is very reasonable, 750,000, which gives us enough money to change some of the layout, which we don't like in this house, plus to develop the garage to be a holiday unit.
The outside area is gorgeous. I have mixed feelings. I'm not thrilled with upstairs. And the annex obviously will take a bit of work because it's not even there yet. So that would take some consideration for us. So we have mixed views, but the view does sell the house pretty well.
Have we had a good look around for a second time?
We have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A few concerns when we started, but by the end, especially with that price, things were beginning, I think, to fall into place with our first property. A good start?
Yes, it's a very good start. Lots of potential here.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, we do have more to show you, so let's hit the road.
Thank you.
Sue has expressed an interest in keeping alpacas on their land when she and Bill moved to Gloucestershire. The distinctive woolly creature hails from deepest Peru. They first arrived in the UK in the 19th century as exotic zoo exhibits. But in the last 20 years, their popularity as pets has grown, and there are now estimated to be around 35,000 alpacas in Britain. We sent our buyers to meet with alpaca farmers Bridget and her husband James Tidd at their farm near Cowley to find out more.
So how did this all happen, running an alpaca farm?
It's a dream. I worked on a city farm 20 scary years ago and learnt to spin and used wool and all sorts of fibres and found alpaca and thought one day I want alpacas. We've been here 3 years now and just love it.
What's the difference between an alpaca and a llama?
Ah, good question. People always think these guys are llamas. Llamas are a lot bigger, and in their native country, Peru, they're used as pack animals, so they're beasts of burden. And they do have a coat which you can work with, but it's coarser. So alpacas are small, highly valued for their fleece.
We're thinking of getting some alpaca when we move this way. Are they difficult to manage? How much land do they need?
They are absolutely adorable. They don't take an awful lot of land, so you could have 3 or 4 on an acre quite happily.
Really, that much?
Yeah.
Although alpacas are hardy creatures, they do require care. As well as an annual haircut, alpacas need twice-yearly vaccinations against bacterial diseases and vitamin D supplements in the winter. Like any animal, they're demanding when they're little, and James is on daddy duty.
Hiya, how you doing?
What do we have here?
This is little Melody, and she's having a bit of a bottle feed. Would you like to have a go at feeding her?
I'd love to.
Yeah? Come on, let me stop her a moment. Come on, steady line. I know, that's not fair, is it? Here you go. So you take the bottle, and what you want to do is stand astride, and keep your hand around her neck there. That's it. And then lift up and keep the bottle up nice and high for her. That's it. There you go.
And how often do you have to feed her?
We're feeding her 2 times a day, sometimes 3, depending. We're weighing her at the same time just to see how she goes. Her mum had mastitis last year, and she lost some of the quarters off her udder. So they usually have 4 teats, but she only has 1. So she's only getting 25% of her milk, and we're backing that up at the moment. But she's growing well. She's doing really good.
What is she drinking?
She's actually drinking goat's milk.
Okay.
And we've experimented a little bit with her. She has a little bit of honey in that, which is a bit of a trick because it sweetens it slightly, because the alpaca milk is slightly sweeter than the goat's milk.
There she goes.
Alpacas can also generate a healthy income. Their fleeces are often compared in quality to cashmere, and money can be made by turning the luxury fibre into woolen clothing. Selling the raw fleece alone can fetch up to £90 per animal, but spinning the wool into a yarn can reap even bigger rewards.
We have so much fibre that we send the majority away to a mill in Wales, and we have yarn made, produced, and we have rugs and throws. But I do keep the very nicest, softest crea fleeces to do by hand. OK, so you need a piece of fibre each. The principle of spinning is very, very simple. You just pull a piece of fibre out, the wheel will twist it, the wheel will pull it in onto the bobbin and wind it. Your job is to determine the thickness of the thread you're going to spin.
OK.
The 3 alpacas Sue and Bill would like to keep could generate 1.5 kilos of quality wool each year.
Good man.
Easily enough for a warm winter jersey.
That's it, get the foot going. That's it, you're on a roll, you're on a roll.
Bridget, this has been brilliant. We have a lot to learn, but we've really enjoyed it.
I hope you get alpacas, and we'll see you one day back here for a bit more spinning.
We may be
Look forward
neighbours.
to it. Thank you.
For our second property, we're crossing the River Severn to the southwestern part of the county and heading to the hamlet of Etlow, a 45-minute journey to Bristol. Situated near the Severn, the closest village is Blakeney, which has a range of local amenities, including a post office and public house. The nearby Forest of Dean offers plenty of opportunities for walking, and as one of the last surviving ancient woodlands in England, it provides a steady stream of tourists for Bill's potential holiday let. House 2 is a mile from Blakeney, situated on a quiet country lane with fabulous views across the River Severn.
So we brought you down a little country lane on the other side of the River Severn for this, our next property.
Beautiful.
It's got more curb appeal, hasn't it, than the first property?
Any idea how old this property might be?
Well, I think there's an older part and then perhaps a newer addition. A couple hundred years old?
50 years?
16th century.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So we are stepping back in time, but Susan, being eagle-eyed, you have noticed there's been an extension.
I'm a little bit worried about the light, but we'll see.
OK, well, let's do that.
This former farmhouse is actually Grade 2 listed, but shows how alterations can be made provided you get the right planning consent from the local conservation officer. We're heading to the kitchen in the extended part of the house.
So a kitchen, you know, it does have beams.
But they're lovely beams. They're nicely
great
placed.
high ceiling.
Yeah, it's a very attractive kitchen.
Yes, I do like this.
I think if you took the table out, this would be a really nice size.
Yes, and you could easily take it out and perhaps put it next door because you've got a beautiful garden room there.
Okay.
So if you did want to have separate dining, you could use that.
But I suppose another option is that we can knock through to the next room.
OK, let's keep going. So we're now stepping into the oldest part of the house. You've got your snug to one side, dining table on the other. This was the original kitchen.
Okay.
It's a lot smaller. I want to show you through here.
Next to the dining room, there's a utility with WC and an office. Although this older part of the house is darker than the kitchen, I'm hopeful the living room will allay Sue's fears about lack of light.
So at the end of the hallway, we have this sitting room.
This is a very pleasant room. You know, it's obviously smaller than the more modern properties, but good size for an older building, for a much older building.
Yeah, I love the beam and the fireplace. So it's got plenty of windows, you know, lots of natural light, and it's not too twee, not too old-fashioned.
Right. I probably would prefer more open plan, but I don't know if it's possible with the way the rooms have been.
Yeah. Well, let's take you upstairs, see what you make of the bedrooms.
Upstairs, there are 4 bedrooms. These include a double and a single, both serviced by a family bathroom with roll-top bath. There's also a large double with exposed ceiling beams and an ensuite shower room with its own staircase leading up from the snug. This could serve as the master, but the current owners are using the largest and lightest bedroom at the other end of the house.
So here is your master bedroom.
Wow, this is beautiful. This is a great room. It's so big.
Yes! I found it, a big room.
Yeah, lovely. Light, airy, good size. Yeah, good views from this one.
Yeah, lovely views.
Of course, it's not just finding the right house for our couple. I'm mindful that Bill is keen on running a holiday let, and so far, I've been hiding this from them. A completely self-contained annex with 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, a fully fitted kitchen, and a large living room.
My gosh.
This is actually part of the dairy. When the owners were given planning permission to put the extension on and to make changes to the main house, they also converted this.
So surprising, and such big space.
It's been sort of landscaped so that they have a little bit of garden, but it doesn't infringe on yours.
That's great. Yeah, that would work really well for us.
Yeah, sounds ideal.
And then, of course, there's the land for Sue. The house sits in an acre plot, and although she'd probably want to keep the lawned garden for herself, a gate leads to a field which is available to rent for alpacas. But again, I've saved the best till last.
Perhaps the most important part of this garden is the view of the River Severn and beyond.
Stunning view. When we were doing research about this area, we weren't that keen on the Severn view, but it's really lovely. It's much nicer than we expected.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how much are we thinking for this property? What's it on the market for?
I'm going to go a bit higher this time because of the holiday lets. I'll say 800.
Okay.
Maybe slightly lower, 795.
Okay, well, the asking price is £835,000. Okay. Has come down quite considerably as well because they're very keen to sell.
Okay.
I suppose it's a fair price because there is a lot of house.
Okay, well, now you know that figure. Why don't you have another look around? I'm sure the holiday lets, you're going to want to explore those for a second time. And then go back into the house and see what adjustments perhaps you might make to make it perfect for the 2 of you. Okay?
Great,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you. Be my guest.
£15,000 below budget, our second property is a Grade 2 listed farmhouse with parts dating back to the 16th century with a new kitchen and garden room added recently. It has 4 bedrooms and comes with a self-contained annex with 2 bedrooms. There's an acre of garden and options for alpacas, and what's more, it overlooks the River Severn.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
With the staircase down right into the snug, it almost feels like a self-contained unit, which you could do.
Yeah, an ensuite, isn't it?
Yeah, so you could close this off and make this another holiday let.
This is a lovely home. It's very impressive, the outside, the lovely garden, the views over the Severn.
The garden is beautiful, but it's not really going to be suitable for the alpaca if we did decide to do that. So there's some really positive points. It's a lovely house overall.
Well, we've certainly had the best weather for house hunting here in Gloucestershire, haven't we?
It's been beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So, interesting what we've seen so far?
Interested, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. We've been very impressed with the houses.
And hopefully you're going to be even more impressed tomorrow because we've got our mystery house still to show you.
Great.
in Gloucestershire with Bill and Sue from Essex, hoping to find a home with land on an £850,000 budget. Coming up, the mystery house reaches new heights.
Wow, this is really surprising.
And lows.
I have to bend down like this.
Right, OK, moving on to the next room.
And I get the scoop on one of the county's coolest concoctions.
Oh, you're like the Willy Wonka of the ice cream world. Although Susan and Bill told me at the start of this search that the view was more important than the actual house, yesterday it became clear that the two homes we showed them didn't quite deliver on the layout, even though they both had exceptional vistas. So today we're going to shift our focus back to the home itself. Now, the mystery property is a unique new build, but as ever, there is a compromise, and this time it's the land.
For our final house, we're hopping back over to the eastern side of the Severn and heading to the village of Purton. A 45-minute journey from Bristol, the quiet village is home to a scattering of pretty cottages and is one of the last stops along the Gloucester and Sharpness Canal. The land between the canal and the river is known for the Purton hulks, the remains of old boats intentionally beached to protect the banks from erosion. Our mystery house is set back from the road, tucked away behind the parish church in the heart of the riverside village.
So our final house is, of course, the mystery. And here she is.
Wow, this is really surprising in this location. It's beautiful.
Well, this looks really intriguing. Can't wait to have a look.
This brand new barn-style property has been built with energy efficiency in mind. Based on the German passive house design, the insulation is 3 times thicker than an average home, resulting in very low running costs. With triple glazed windows on every side, the main living space is bathed in natural light and takes advantage of some stunning rural views at the back.
Beautiful.
Fantastic, yeah.
Great use of light, space. It's really beautiful.
And we know it's important that you love the home as much as the view. We found that out. So this is all about the home. So you've got your kitchen.
It's a lovely kitchen. I love the island. It's beautiful granite. And you feel like you're outdoors.
Yes.
My problem is that I've got to duck to look through the windows.
So you see a big green...
Blob.
Blob.
Yeah, I don't see the vista. I think it's better for somebody of your height, to be honest. I have to bend down like this.
Right, OK, moving on to the next room. I'm going to take you in here and then hopefully you will see it at its best.
Oh, very nice. Simple, but great fireplace.
Yes,
nice.
I like this area.
So you do have access to your patio out there, which is slightly raised, and they've put in this huge pond, which comes from the rainwater off the roof, and you can swim in it. So when they have their friends and their children, they all go and have a dip in the pond.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And Bill's actually always wanted a pond.
I have, yes.
Have you? Ah, there
So
we
that's
are.
another tick.
It's working. It's working. Right, let's head on upstairs.
As well as this huge open-plan entertaining space, the ground floor also features a bedroom with a wet room ensuite and a laundry area. Upstairs, there are 3 further bedrooms, including 2 good-sized doubles, each with their own ensuite bathrooms. And finally, a spacious master.
I probably should put Bill this side, because Bill will be able to see my view. But do take a look at the actual master bedroom as well.
This is gorgeous.
Fantastic. I do like this room.
What a wonderful place to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Great views, good size. I love it.
Yes.
Really nice.
Yeah, we both do. And it's beautiful.
Let's head back downstairs.
The mystery house seems to be working its magic, but as always, there's a compromise. There's less land here than our previous properties, so they'd have to put their alpacas on neighbouring land. In addition to the garden at the front of the house, there's a small lawn to the side, which is the location for one of the outbuildings. The current owners use this as an office. There's also a separate workshop.
So the final part of the jigsaw are these, well, beautiful outbuildings, really, aren't they? At the moment,
Yes.
set up as an office. You've actually got a shower room there, storage, workshop, whatever you want. Now, it is the mystery house. I'm going to give you a small C compromise because we don't have holiday lets set up at the moment, you would need to seek planning permission to change the use of these buildings and make a few changes as well. But there is the potential if you wanted to rent them out.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
There's a lot to take in with this property, isn't there? And also now we've got to try and guess the price.
Well, shall I go first this time?
If you want.
Maybe around the 800,000 mark, I'd have thought, 795.
OK.
I'm going to go much higher. I think it's the top of our budget. It's a brand new build. I'm going to say 845.
The asking price, and it hasn't been on very long, it came on at the beginning of the summer, is £770,000.
Seriously? That really surprises me.
Yeah, it's a good price.
Have a wander around and then I'll find you when you're ready.
Great.
Thank you.
£80,000 below budget, our Mystery House is a stylishly modern barn-style property with eco-friendly credentials. The main living space is light and open plan, and there are 4 bedrooms. The third of an acre of land features 2 timber outbuildings, and there are stunning country views to the rear.
A great office, isn't it?
Yeah, but it need a lot of work for an annex.
I think we'll keep this for ourselves.
We love the house, we love the space, we love the light, and the fact that it's eco-friendly is really attractive to both of us. The location is nice, but it doesn't have the views of the first property.
The land is an issue because there is not much of a garden. Is it a compromise too far? I'm not sure. It's something that we need to discuss because this house is so beautiful.
I'm just admiring your new neighbours. Look at those cows.
Hello.
So have you enjoyed our final property?
Very much so. We love this house.
Yeah. Well, let's go and have a chat and find out what your next move is going to be.
Great.
Thanks.
The common land near Stroud in Gloucestershire is grazed by free-roaming cows, who provide a key ingredient to one of the county's famous delicacies, ice cream. So it's no surprise that Rodborough Common has been the historic home to a family-run ice cream producer for 3 generations. They set up on this very spot back in 1925, and it's now one of the longest-running ice cream makers in the country. I've come to the headquarters to meet Frank Winston, whose entrepreneurial father started the business nearly 100 years ago. Well, Frank, lovely to meet you on this gorgeous sunny day.
Yeah, it's grand, isn't it?
Tell me, how did it all get started? Because it is a family business, isn't it?
My dad started back in 1925. He was a French polisher by trade, and he was made redundant. So he thought, well, we could sell drinks from here. A lot of people walking on the common. So he put a little wooden shack up and started selling drinks. And that went quite well. And so he thought, how do you make ice cream? People were asking for ice cream.
Now, your father's name was Albert, wasn't
Albert,
it?
yeah.
But he had no past experience. No one in the family had ever made it.
He was quite intelligent. He was pretty bright.
Yes.
First lot was atrocious, he said, but gradually got better. And then he bought a motorbike and sidecar and started trading on the streets around Stroud in Somerset.
I love the fact that the premises is right on the edge of this common, Rodborough Common.
That's the
and
beauty
you
of it,
haven't
isn't it?
moved.
No, no.
So you took over the business.
I took over the business when I did my national service, and then I went in partnership with my dad. And then when my dad retired, I took over the reins, and now my daughter Jane has taken over the reins and she runs it.
Frank still lives on site, so he can keep a keen eye on the family business. Although the company has grown since the days of his father's motorbike and sidecar, it's still small scale. Frank's son-in-law Colin Veer is general manager and is showing me around.
What is it about this region that makes it so special?
I think this region, more than any other, is really well known for its dairy products. So, you know, for example, its milk and its cream. And I think there's just a certain excellence about the milk and the cream from this region. But strangely enough, you'd also got to count the water as well from this particular area. There's a certain amount of water in the product as well. It's just got something about it. I'm not sure exactly what, but it seems to bring it out.
As well as being proud of their heritage, they like to keep things local. The milk and cream all come from these grazing cows. They sell from their vintage ice cream vans on the common or direct to nearby pubs and restaurants. The rest is sold in the shop, where I'm meeting Frank's daughter Jane, who's now in charge of the business.
This is the magic. I wouldn't mind having a go. Do you need an extra pair of hands?
I do.
What do I need to remember? What do I need to do?
Okay, you've got your scoops.
Yes.
Cones.
Yep. And what do I offer them? 3 different varieties?
Yes. Or they might want a tub.
These are all sort of the traditional flavours, but you go out there and do some weird and wacky ones.
We do rhubarb crumble. We've done gooseberry, and we're about to try a licorice and blackcurrant.
Oh, you're like the Willy Wonka of the ice cream world. Well, we've got some customers coming. Keep an eye on me. I'll give it my best. Ready? Here we go. Big smile.
This isn't the first time I've sold ice cream. 1986, Herne Bay Bandstand. I remember it well.
You picked a perfect day for an ice cream, haven't you?
Well, I used to live here and I grew up with 99ers, so if you still do a 99er, I would like a 99er.
So that's a vanilla?
Yes.
If I can tempt you with a cone, or did you want to try?
Oh, I have to have the cone.
And which one would you like?
That's real.
Which one would you like?
That one would do good.
Yes?
You have, yes.
So we're going to have
That's
vanilla.
a double. Vanilla, yes.
A double.
A little more ice cream on it. Yeah.
So I'm going to put it into a little ball.
Maybe a little bit of a bigger ball.
I'm thinking of her profits. There we are. Enjoy. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Bye.
Back in the summer of '86, I ate more ice cream than I sold.
Am I allowed a double one?
You are allowed a double one.
And it seems old habits die hard.
Total job satisfaction.
Well, we finished on a high, but has the Mystery House done enough to convince our couple to move to Gloucestershire? Let's go and ask them. Well, Bill and Susan, we started off this house hunt with, well, a very generous budget and a very generous wish list, didn't we?
Yes.
I wonder, how have we done?
You did well on hitting our wish list. Maybe not all in the same property, but bits and pieces of all of it. You got it.
So, Bill, have we got close with any of our properties?
Yeah, all 3 properties were very nice and they had lots of positive points. But I think overall my favourite was probably number 3.
Was it the Mystery House?
Yes.
Yeah. The house itself was great. Almost perfect. The light, the care that they'd taken in putting it together, the materials they used, it was great.
It did work its magic, but do you love it enough that you might consider a second viewing?
I don't think so. We do love the house, but there are too many compromises for us.
It's a lovely house, and I'm sure it'll be snapped up pretty quickly.
If I could pick up the Mystery House and take it somewhere where it had perhaps more impressive views.
If you moved it to where the first property was?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been, I think that would have been perfect.
Yes, that would have been our dream house, I think.
Yes, because of the land that you're after, this pasture land, and it's not half an acre, it's sort of 1 or 2 acres with the holiday lets. And I'm going to say a big home. You didn't want a big home, but boy, you like space, you like size.
We have learnt that we need to increase the budget if we get the house of our dreams.
Yes.
Yeah. Or we give up something, and that may be the pasture land, and sadly, the alpaca.
The alpacas
I'll
have
just
got to
go visit them. I'll just go visit them.
Well, all the best when you do make the move, and thank you both very much indeed.
Well, thank you so much for this. It's been so good.
Yeah, we had a brilliant time. Thank you.
So in the end, the Mystery House was a compromise too far. However, what this week has shown Bill and Susan is to achieve everything they want to the standard they desire, they're either going to have to look at that rather generous budget all over again or reduce their wish list. So we haven't secured a sale over the last few days, but I'm pleased we've given them clarity on what their priorities actually are, and hopefully they'll be making a move very soon. So that's it from me from Gloucestershire. See you again next time on Escape to the Country.
If you would like to escape to the country in England, Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland and need our help, you can apply online at bbc.co.uk/be-on-a-show.